Welcome to Facts Pro, where it's all about facts, financial, accounting, and tax strategies. Today, I want to talk about a tax strategy that I mentioned in a lot of my videos, and I got some questions about what exactly is that and what kind of a strategy it is, how can we use it, what are the common mistakes that are related to this rule or this strategy, and how can we implement it in our tax plan. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and I'm talking specifically about the Augusta Rule. What is this and how can we implement it? Let's dive in and find out. So I'm gonna share my screen, and as you know, I always like to start with a joke, and today it says why don't tax rules ever get old? Because taxes are always due. All right. Okay, so what is the Augusta Rule? How you, as a medical practice owner, can legally rent your home to your practice and save on taxes. That's what really the Augusta Rule is about. We want to unlock tax-free income through Section IRC 280A related to the Augusta Rule. So again, what are we talking about? And first of all, why it matters? Because as we always say that many doctors overpay taxes unnecessarily, you get hit with a big tax bill every year because you have high income. The Augusta Rule offers a simple and legal way for you to save. Every dollar saved, you can reinvest it into your practice, into your family, into your wealth building. All right, so what is the Augusta Rule? This section, IRC code 280AG, you can rent your personal residence to your business for up to 14 days per year tax-free. The income is tax-free to you personally and deductible to your business. So it's a huge win strategy for you. All right, so that's simply the how like that's simply what it is. How it works: first you need to schedule legitimate business meetings at your home. We're talking about planning how to do it, so we're not gonna fake anything, we're gonna do it right. So we want to schedule legitimate business meetings at your home. We want to charge fair market value for the rent for each day you'll be renting it, and you deduct this rent as a business expense on your business tax return, and you receive that as a rent tax-free personally. So it has to be done right. It has to be done in a very legitimate and legal way. The legal framework, again, as we said, it's supported by IRS Code 288G. The business must pay the fair market value. That's why you need to compare and you need to know if it's exactly the fair market value or you're just over paying. And you must document the business purpose and activities for each day you're renting your house to your practice. Okay. Who qualifies? Any business owner. You operate as an S corporation, C corporation, LLC. It doesn't matter. If you're a business owner, you qualify for that. You must personally own the home. So it doesn't work if you're renting. You must be owning the home. And you need there is a need for you to be like having your business and personal bank accounts separate. So you don't want to mingle between the business and personal. You don't want to say, okay, it's on the books, but there is no cash to be actually transferred. No, we need to have this done right. So you need to actually cut a check from the business, put it in the personal account. There are two different bank accounts. There is an actual cash flow that is between the business and the personal. Not only that, actually, you need to send a 1099 to you personally from the business that says that you've rented this house and you paid X amount during the year. So definitely a very good tax loophole that you can do in a legal way that can help you save on taxes. All right, so let's say here, this is just an example. If you let's say the fair rental value is $1,000 a day, you for 14 business meetings you pay $14,000 in rent, so you get a $14,000 deduction for the business and $0 taxable income on you personally. Even after you get the 1099, there is a way for you to report it on your rental income saying that this is tax free. Okay. What else? The documentation required. So if you're doing meetings, so you need meeting agenda, meeting minutes, you need to proof of the fair rental value. So you need comparable listings of how much you would actually charge to rent such a comparable place at on this day for this purpose. And again, we said we have to have a payment from the business to the personal accounts. You need to have photos of the meeting set up. So document it as much as possible to prove that it was actually a business meeting. Sample meeting topics, you can do it for a strategic growth and marketing meeting, a budget financial planning, employee review, compliance and risk management. You can do host a holiday party, you can do year-end planning, you can do multiple things. Just be creative, and that's the purpose of tax planning, that you're planning ahead of time. You're not doing taxes after the fact. You're planning ahead of time. So at the beginning of the year, you have a plan for the 12 for the 14 days, you're gonna plan them maybe once a month. You do a meeting, two meetings every couple of a month. It depends. Like you really need to plan it, and that's the beauty of it. That you're in charge, so you have to think about it and how can you do it right. Compliance tips, definitely use a written rental agreement as if you're exactly renting from somebody that you do not know, a third party. So always do it as an arm length transaction. Keep consistent records annually. So you have to keep your records from a year to another. Do not exceed 14 days. It's only limited to 14 days. And avoid double dipping with home office deductions. So if you're taking home office deduction, you cannot take both. So do not use the rent at the same time you're using the home office deduction. You can use both, but don't double dip the same exact days, the same exact X amount of money. Like just use a different space than the home office. So if you're using home office, then you cannot do it for rent. You can use a different space. So just avoid the double dipping and do it right. Okay. What else? The mistakes to avoid overcharging rent. As we said, you cannot just say, "Oh, I did it for $40,000." It has to be documented with comparable listing that it is the fair market value of the rent for your type of house for this time of the year, because maybe during holidays is a little different than another time of the year. So always check the market and document it. No documentation is a big mistake. Don't just rely on, okay, if they when they come, I'll try to when they come for an audit, I'll try to figure it out then. Always document before hand. Treat payments as distribution instead of rent. That's also a mistake that you need to avoid. Using personal funds instead of business checks. So don't pay yourself using your from a personal account to a personal account. Always use business checks to pay for that rent. So quick recap, rent your home to your practice. Always consider it as a one way to maximize your deduction. Keep it under 14 days. Document everything and deduct rent at your business level. Do not treat it as distribution. Action plan, first determine the fair market value of your rental rate on certain days of your house. Schedule the 14 meetings ahead of time, maybe beginning of the year, maybe now when it's the end of the year. You schedule a couple of days here. If you can do the 14 days, would be great till the end of the year, but it's definitely a good idea to plan it ahead. Maybe you plan now for 2026. Always plan ahead. I can't stress this enough. Prepare documentation templates so that you have it ready, like a template for rental agreement, template for what are the comparable listings, like always prepare. And then implement and review annually. Do not just follow the same thing every year. You need to review it and tweak it and make things different. So if you're ready to put the Augusta Rule to work in your medical practice, you need to consult your tax advisor to structure it correctly and you start saving today. And here is my calendar link and my invite for you to join me for a free 30-minute consultation in case you need to know whether this is something that I can help you with to implement in your business. All right. Thank you so much and see you next week. Take care.